Zachary says hi, and he misses being up here, believe it or not. Okay.
Ask him to come up here.
No, he's
How
just
would
going to
he
drop
not
off.
miss us?
He's going to just drop off the phone. All right. 1.3, subtracting integers. There we go. All right. Subtraction is adding the opposite. Okay, and it's kind of cool. I had 8th grade right after y'all, and I told them, I said, hey, I said, one of the things that 7th grade is just transitioning into is looking at each integer as its own identity sort of thing, and no more of this subtracting and adding kind of thing. That's a +4 or a -4. And so I said, they're getting there. And they were like, oh, I remember the first week of math and it was so confusing. And I told them that you are doing really good. Okay, so for example, I know you know this. 3 minus 2 is 1. But remember, that is saying we're combining a +3, right? And a, Tanner, what is that?
-2.
There you go. When the signs are different, do we add or subtract?
Subtract.
Subtract and take the sign of the
Larger number.
larger number. There you go. So that's why it's 1. We subtract, take the sign of the larger. I will tell you, by the time I'm done with you, and I'm not kidding, because you know, Allie's GPA and everything, she's pretty smart. Elizabeth and Becca, you know, our valedictorian, salutatorian, they're up there. Smart. They would mess up on this stuff every once in a while on something like this. 3 minus maybe 1. And they'd give me a wrong answer because their brains had shifted over to the positive and negative integers. They no longer looked at it like you do in 1st grade or 2nd grade. 3 minus 2 is 1. They were looking at it finally as a +3 and a -2, and the common sense kind of flies out the window. But you're going to get there as well. I know that sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing because you quit. Oh, I know. I'm by the look of Talia's face, I'm confusing y'all. Just ignore everything I'm saying. It sounded good in my head. Okay.
It did. Just Talia. Shut up.
Okay.
Mute.
So this is the same as 3 plus -2 equals 1. Okay. Negative in front of another negative becomes positive. And I'm going to explain that. Y'all have, I actually, on the very first assignment, I showed this on the board. So negative in front of another negative becomes positive. I'm going to show you.
You know, I was never able to write G's, and now I can actually write them.
Oh my goodness, that's so wonderful.
I am not able to write a Z. I cannot write.
Well, I'm
Z's.
glad you can write G's and Z's now.
I can't.
Okay.
I still can't.
Oh. All right. Example A. Nine minus -7. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Remember the other day, y'all had something like this, but it was a 3.
Negative plus negative equals positive.
That's right. If you have two now this is not absolute value. Absolute value doesn't quite work that way. But when it's a parenthesis, A negative in front of a negative is a positive. So this would be 9 plus 7.
So 16.
So 16. So a negative and a negative become positive. One of my students told me years ago, he goes, well, if you take that line and you put them together, they actually do make a plus sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? And I was like, oh, very good. Okay, let's do another one. Negative 5 minus 9. Okay, boys and girls. What sign is that 5?
Negative.
What sign is that 9?
Negative 9.
Okay, so those are two negatives, right? So we can rewrite that as negative 5 plus negative 9. Natalia, what would that be?
Negative 14.
Yep.
I'm still having trouble adding and subtracting negative and positive.
Okay, so are the signs the same?
Yes.
Yes. So then you add and keep the sign. When they're different, let's see, right here, and you even work this one, when the signs are different, you subtract and you take the sign of the larger digit, positive.
Right, but I have trouble like when the number line was confusing for me, and so doing it in my head is kind of hard.
So is the number line confusing you?
It's the number line and some of that. Like I don't know which way to go.
Then don't do the number line. That's why I briefly even show it. Just remember, if the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. These are both negative, so you add and then keep the sign. If they're different, you subtract and take the sign of the larger digit. If you just memorize that, you'll probably be fine. Natalia.
So it just confuses me whenever like it's like you say negative 5 minus 9, but then it's negative 5 plus negative 9.
Yep.
So is it ever gonna be like actually negative 5 minus 9, or is it never gonna be that?
Like you're subtracting 9 from negative 5? Technically, that's what we're doing. If I were to draw up a number line and start on negative 5, you're subtracting 9, so you're going this many places to negative 14.
So then what's the point of doing it that way? Saying it's not even 9. It's just a little confusing.
No, you need, because
Well, this school year.
you need, not just this school year, from now on, you need to look at these as individuals.
So can we solve it as that, like without doing negative 9? Can we solve it as 9, but then writing the answer like
You're
as...
going to need to be able to see this as a negative 9, because this, keep in mind, this is chapter 1. It's going to get a little bit uglier. And then next year in Algebra 1, it's going to get a little bit uglier. You're going to have to be able to see these as a negative 9 and a negative 5, and you're adding or subtracting them. I always tell my students, say you're combining them.
So how will you know if you're adding or subtracting? You need to look at the sign to know.
Because you look at each individual. That's a negative and that's a negative. The signs are the same. So when the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign.
But what if it was to subtract? Then will it be negative 5 minus negative 9? Like, will it write it out as that?
Like this?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna specify if this is like minus negative sort of thing. And then the negative in front of the negative becomes a positive. And yes, they actually refer to this as a negative. See? Negative in front of another negative. This now is not really considered minus. This is now a negative sign. Same as this. They're both the same.
That doesn't make sense.
But this is the world, this is the advanced math world. All of high school, all of junior high, all of high school, all of college, this is the way you do math now.
What do you use this for? Like,
Oh, you don't know what you're going to do in life. You really do not know what you're going to do in life. Okay, trust me when I tell you. Huh?
Like you never thought that you would be.
75% or more people think they know, even after their first 2 years of college, and then they change their major.
Just like you never thought you'd be a math teacher.
Never thought I'd be a math teacher.
You didn't like.
I have yet to meet anyone, maybe one person, no, that has, even through college, got their college degree and then changed it after even 4 years of college. I had a friend that went through college to be a teacher, got her degree and everything. She's a paralegal now.
What's that?
They work for like attorneys and stuff like that. So I think one of my cousins is the only one. She's an assistant DA in Galveston County. That's another attorney. I was supposed to be the attorney. She was supposed to be the teacher. Okay, let's keep going. All right, -8 minus -4. Yep, we most definitely did. And I'm happy I did.
Swapping roles.
I would not want her job. I wouldn't mind her money.
Rather,
It doesn't matter money.
I
would
wouldn't
you
mind her
rather
money.
be
Neither would
teaching this class right here, like us, you know, all the way through to get us out of school, or a different class?
I want you to be our.
I like when I get to know kids, I like staying with them. There's pros and cons to it. Y'all need to adjust before you go to college because you're changing teachers and you've got to learn different methods of teaching and stuff like that, different personalities.
You would just stay our teacher.
But it's,
Just can you,
There's
can
benefits
you, can
to
you open your own school so we can go to your
Yes,
school?
we can.
see, I love it when y'all tell me that. It makes me in such a good mood. Okay. You know what? Do you know how many people have asked me to do that
Yeah.
after this year?
Please do it.
We'll see. Coach Cole and I have actually talked about stuff like that.
Really?
Before. Yeah.
You
well-
might.
Oh, I don't know if he can. Both of us need money. I mean, we got to survive and pay bills and everything. But Coach Cole and I have very similar personalities and everything.
Try
And
buying out one of the public schools and turning it into your own school.
well, not even that. I mean, okay. We're getting off track here.
Miss Rogers.
Please.
Rogers
No,
Middle
There's
School.
already. You don't even have to change the name.
No, middle
All
school
right.
to high school because we want you to teach.
See,
us.
like Taylor's mom is
Have it so that
begging.
you can only. It's only like only you and Coach Cole, and you can only have the people from this school.
Yeah, no one.
No new people.
No,
just
people,
us.
just us.
Okay, let's go back to this. A negative in front of a negative. What does that become? Negative.
Positive.
Positive. That's right.
Why? Oh.
Negative in front of a negative.
It go. It
Okay.
One turns the other way.
Now, Kelly,
Yes.
what sign is this 8?
Hold on. That is -8.
And that's 8.
4 plus 4.
Okay, so the signs are different. What do?
You
Add or subtract?
add.
Nope.
You should try.
When the signs are different, you subtract and take the sign of the what, Kelly?
Positive.
The larger or smaller?
Larger.
Okay, Kelly, come on, girl. Okay, so 8 minus 4 is 4.
-4.
And, okay, this was Kelly's problem. The larger digit is negative, so it's -4.
I've always looked at it on a number line in my head because
If that helps.
4 is positive, so if you're adding it, you're going to the right.
Okay.
So it's bigger on the right.
All right, Kelly, you do this one.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let me just write this because if not, I'm not gonna be able to follow.
Do we have to write it all out, or can we just write the answer?
No, you have to write everything I write. You have to write problem and all.
Okay, so 2 negatives equal positive. So the negative sign is a plus sign.
Shh. So, Kelly, what sign is the 4?
A positive.
What sign is the 6?
Positive.
The signs are the same, so what do? Add or subtract? Add and keep the sign.
Well,
I
it'd be a
have no
little
sign.
weird if you would subtract with that.
Well, yes. Okay. Nope, Joseph. What sign is the 8?
Positive.
What sign is the 15?
Negative.
Very good. So if the signs are different, what do?
Add. Or subtract.
Which is it?
Subtract.
There you go. We subtract. Another way of looking at this is 8 plus -15. So We subtract and then we take the sign of the
Larger
larger
number.
number, which is the larger number?
15. Negative 15.
Okay, so what's your answer?
Negative 7.
Bingo. All right. Got this down? Minus sign. Make sure y'all writing. It has 3 jobs in the math world. This is why the minus sign can be confusing. This is even in my notes. So what does that tell you? It's confusing. One job is subtraction. Another job is a negative number. And the third job is the opposite of a number. 3 jobs to show the opposite, like if it's a positive 2, the opposite's negative 2, okay? It is to show it's a negative number and it's to be subtraction.
I never knew what the opposite of a number.
It's negative 4, then it's positive 4. Opposite is positive 4.
I wrote hashtag on the second
Hashtag.
one. Whatever. But for some reason my brain decided to write out number for the third one.
Oh my goodness.
I would always write number, but this time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be lazy and do it in
Brain
Travis does.
over.
I usually write number, but that's how I felt.
No, I'm just gonna do it in Travis does. 'Cause that makes me write faster.
Brain over.
It's confusing when I take a first look at it, so I'm just gonna write number.
Hashtag over.
Like you're gonna have to do the same thing whenever you go to college. Because in college, like
College notes.
Okay.
yeah, you
Y'all
gotta
got
do
it?
fast.
My mom's going
No.
to college again.
Hurry, Kelly.
My mom's been going to college since she was like 24.
Yeah, you gotta go to college.
Over and over.
But like,
and
if you
over
go to
and
college, you
over.
have to be able to write really fast, or else you get left behind.
Yep,
Because
My
like they
mom's
don't
doing
stop.
online college.
They don't stop like Miss Rogers. They keep going.
that's right.
And
She's
like,
doing online.
I remember people would say.
Tanner, are you done?
Abbreviate.
Okay.
People would say.
Kelly, I gotta move on.
Abbreviate.
Opposite,
Number.
I don't get how you can write in light blue.
Okay, I gotta move on, Kelly. You can look at the video, but I do have to move on. We're gonna run out of time. Okay. So, an example. -2 minus 8 minus 7. See, I just said minus. -2, -8, -7. -2, -8, -7. Who would like to solve this? Tanner, you've had a chance, right? I'll let you go ahead. Tanner, I'll let you go. I've got plenty of samples for y'all. Okay, so Tanner, the first thing to notice are those 2 right there. That should be the first thing you fix. So,
become positive.
all right, so we're going to rewrite the problem with a positive now. Okay, so write that down. And then Tanner, tell me what I should do now.
So you circle 2 and -2 and -8.
Oh, very good. We're going to combine these 2, and she's correct. That's a -2 and a -8. The signs, are they the same or different?
They are the same.
So
we add.
she's on fire. We add and keep the sign. So what would that be?
That would be
and then we rewrite plus 7. We bring that down. So now, Tanner, we have a negative 10 and a positive 7. The signs are different, so what do?
Subtract
And take the sign of the?
larger number, so it would be a negative.
Uh-huh. And so your answer is?
Negative 3.
There you go. Any questions? All right. Open up your book to page 12, examples. Tanner, you just write all this down, okay?
Okay.
Atalia. Numeral 4. No, I don't speak Spanish.
Hang on. I'm not on the page yet.
Yep. Open your book.
Open
Found
your
it.
book. Number what? 4. 4. Can I just say the answer?
No. Hold on.
Miss Rogers,
What?
when I get a chance to, like, when somebody's done and I get to borrow their book, what do I do in the meantime?
You sit there and look pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just sit down and pretty. That's what I do.
Just select my
Watch it.
Minecraft.
All right. What is it?
Oh, yeah.
The answer?
Yep.
Negative 16.
There you go. Now, guys, if you didn't get that, that's a negative 12 and a negative 4.
You add. I didn't realize.
So the signs are the same. You add and keep the sign. Good job.
Tutoring has helped me.
Well, you said I didn't. You
6.
said I couldn't just say the answer.
Yeah, whatever.
But you let me.
All right, Madeline.
Yep.
6 minus 9.
Well, this 9 is negative.
That's right. So we have a negative 9 and a positive 6.
Which
Signs
means
are
the answer is gonna be negative.
okay.
And okay. Negative 15.
I don't have to.
Okay,
That's
this-
wrong.
Wait. The signs are different.
Yeah.
So do we add or subtract?
Yeah.
When the signs are the same, negative, we add.
Oh, yeah.
If they're different, we subtract. So what would that be? Yes.
Yep.
There you
I
go.
knew that was wrong. I taught myself that right after I said
Well,
it.
good. All right, 8. Kelly, 4 minus 11.
4 minus 11.
Mm-hmm.
So since the 4's a positive and they have different numbers,
Different signs.
different signs,
Uh-huh.
then it's negative. So you are minusing,
You're subtracting.
subtracting. So,
Okay.
So my negative 7.
Very good. It's negative because the largest digit is negative, just like up here. And the signs are different. This is a positive and negative, so we subtract. Good job. And another way of writing that would be 4 plus negative 11. Or 6 plus negative 9. A lot of kids are like, oh, I like it better this way. Unfortunately, you're going to see this a lot, especially in Algebra 1. You may see this too. So you got to be able to read both of them. All right, Joseph, negative 5 minus negative 17. What shall we do?
So the 17 would be positive.
Because of these two right here, right? Now, Joseph, what do I do?
Subtract 5 from 17.
Because they're different signs,
So it would be positive 12.
it'd be positive 12. And it's positive because why?
Because 17 is higher than 5.
There you go. Any questions so far? I think y'all ready. I think y'all ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Italia's upset.
Yeah.
Okay, Italia, 16. Negative 3 minus -9.
So they're both negative, which means that you're going to subtract. Well, technically add minus them, so that way.
Look.
Well, yeah. So you're gonna add, but it's gonna go that way. So because 9 is larger, you're gonna be adding because you have the minus and the negative. So it's -3 plus 9.
So what's your answer?
Positive 6.
Yep. Your explanation is all over the place and crazy, but you got the right
That's
answer.
not how mine works. I still.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you get the right answer, it's correct. So you have two different signs here, a negative and a positive. Because they're different, you subtract and you take the sign at the largest digit, which was positive. She is correct. You will do, yeah, you got time.
My brain goes crazy.
Page 12 to 13. Let's see here. How far should I push y'all?
Not far.
1,
Not far.
Not far.
I still need time to be able to do it. Yep.
Not far.
I still need time to be able to do mine.
yeah, but you should have brought your book. All right, 7 to 29 odd. Should I give bonus? Yeah, I like bonus. Bonus,
Because we get 110s.
39 and 41.
Because it will actually help my grade.
It is
don't have to
due.
like
Yeah, I mean, you know, and if you get it wrong, it doesn't count against your
Do
grade.
Thursdays. Thursday.
Okay, you have a quiz
But I felt bonus. Mom.
Monday.
Quiz Monday. On this stuff?